Yeah, there we go. All right, hey, we are live at ISTE, I think, and we are gonna reflect a little bit here on the Soledad O'Brien keynote that she just shared. So I will say first off that I think this is one of the best keynotes that that I've seen at ISTE. Certainly an opening keynote. There have been different experiences that we've had through the years. So I'm happy to be joined by my wife, who's going to be subjected to her first Periscope. So hello, Shelly.
Hey, Wes, how are you?
So what stood out for you in the Soledad O'Brien opening keynote?
I think her passion for kids. I mean, definitely her passion for kids and wanting to close the gap on education. Of course, I have a real passion and a real heart for low socioeconomic and just the disruptions that they have in their lives, and I could see her passion through that as well. Also, that is a project I have been wanting to do all last year. I thought about doing a career education type thing like that, and I never did it. So now I think I have to do it.
Yeah, well, and it was awesome. And for those of you that may not have been able to see it live, she demonstrated Google Cardboard and being able to actually what she first showed was like a cat thing. They were doing a veterinary deal with students, several things where it was a video that was replayed. If you haven't seen Google Cardboard, it allows you to put your smartphone inside some cardboard that basically allows you to have a virtual reality tool.
Viewfinder.
Yeah,
for those of
it's
you
like,
that are
what
old
was that
enough
called?
to remember the
What was that?
viewfinders. Yeah.
No, but it was called something else. What was that called? Was it Viewmaster?
Yeah, the Viewmaster.
Who remembers the Viewmaster? Yeah, so it's like a Viewmaster, but it's cardboard that you put your smartphone in. So then they brought about 10 people up on the stage and showed that. So, Rachel, did you see the that part of it where they were doing the virtual field trip? You want to talk about what you thought of that? No? All right, so the 11-year-old says no. Actually, we may do another Periscope here in a little bit from the poster sessions. There's poster sessions that are coming right down. I'll say that I loved Soledad's focus on critical thinking and journalism skills. You know, I think every single school needs to have a student news team. That could be a class or it can be an after-school club, but it's a way that students can acquire, you know, not only journalism skills, critical thinking skills, but amplify the stories of school. And if you're in Oklahoma City, I'll do a free plug. Story Chasers is going to do a workshop free on July 11th to give digital cameras and audio recorders and headsets to teachers who will, you know, have a roving reporter in their classroom or to start a student news club.
Well, and I think the purpose of that is teaching students that they can make a difference. And I loved her example about the group of students that traveled to South Africa and realized that how blessed they were and that they can make a difference and how important that is. And I think that was a very key point.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was tough. I mean, the emotions and things like that were being shared. You know, we've got a lot of concerns. One of the things she didn't talk about at all that somebody tweeted about were media releases, and media releases are important. But there's so much room to be sharing student voices and publishing. I mean, we do hear advocacy here at ISTE about, you know, technology. Of course, her message, Soledad's message, was very clearly that it's not about the technology, it's about the problems that we solve, the dilemmas that we address, and really about empowerment, you know, empowering student voice. That's huge, that's gigantic, and that is not the agenda of a lot of educational technology, you know, companies, presentations, a lot of advocacy that you hear. So, all right, hey, well, the three of us are just staying here at ISTE through Monday, and then we're going to be down in Washington, D.C. for a little bit. So if anybody would like to text chat in a question, we'll try to field that. This is probably only my third or fourth Periscope to do. The last one was in Lawrence, Kansas, as a thunderstorm was moving in, so I'm feeling a little bit safer doing this than the other ones. Let me ask Shelly to tell us a little bit quickly about the question where we are. We are in Philadelphia right now at ISTE, the International Society for Technology and Education Conference, and we are actually in the PLN Lounge. So the last time I was at ISTE, there was a newbie lounge as well as the Bloggers Cafe, which were good places to hang out, and the PLN Lounge was pretty open and not too busy, so we just enjoyed the keynote here. Yeah, lots of comfortable seats. In fact, would you like to... Here, way Rachel. All right, so this is the PLN lounge. Nice furniture. Hey, Richard Byrne. You want to be interviewed real quick for your Soledad O'Brien response? Your response to Soledad's keynote? See, Richard Byrne just happens to be right here. I won't put you on the spot if you don't want to. Are you good, or?
Well,
You need to formulate some ideas.
well,
Hey, Jim Sill is trying to articulate those.
articulate them in a way that's going to be positive.
Well, let me ask you a question about journalism. So,
All right.
here he is, the amazing Richard Byrne. If you're not following Richard on Twitter and is reading his blog, you need to. What did you think about the focus on journalism? What do you think about journalism and kids, doing journalism?
I think that's great because I've worked with students and I've tried to get students to blog and journal and get their stories out there because that's when magic happens. I think when kids can share their stories and they get stuff out there, that's the big exciting thing for me. And I've worked with plenty of kids who have just stumbled into really neat opportunities from having, putting things out there.
Right,
Things.
yeah. Publishing, sharing. It's what students need to do. Students are doing that already on their own a lot, but we're not always doing that in school. So, all right. What are you sharing at ISTE this year, Richard?
So tomorrow I'm talking about professional development and structuring professional development in a way that is engaging for adults, because I think a lot of what we see in school is teachers teaching teachers the way that we teach kids, which is not always the way that adults need to learn.
Very good. Okay. Sounds good. Thanks for letting me put you on the spot.
Thanks.
All right, Rodney. Are you ready, man? Are you ready to go live on Periscope? We're live right now. We're talking about Soledad O'Brien. So do you guys know Rodney? You need to follow Techie Turner. Here, actually, let's turn a little bit so we don't have the backlight.
No
See
problem.
if that's better. Yeah,
That'd be
that's
good.
better.
That's a lot better.
All right. So what'd you think of the keynote, Rodney?
We have 14 people looking at this, so that's no problem. I tweeted out my thoughts, and I thought that it was really interesting to see the progression of how it tied into educational technology. I found that it was interesting that she gave her pedigree and how it relates to technology and to schools, which I thought was good. It was understandable. And I also understand the bringing into the diversity and the culturalism.
The empowerment stuff, right? There was all kinds of things about empowerment and about
absolutely,
equity.
Absolutely. The parts that I thought were interesting is that the fact that she said that teachers. Okay, give me a second here. Teachers were not the only factor in student improvement, but that the students were also in charge.
Right.
And I think that is important, very important for parents to see, as well as for teachers to see.
I'll give you a thinking moment here and say this. You know, she did say something I thought was rather controversial, which was that technology should close the achievement gap. And I honestly believe it's going to be teachers that are going to close the achievement gap. I mean, she talked about that as far as technology being a tool, but, she made some strong statements that, gosh, it infuriates me that this gap isn't closed and technology should close it. And I really don't think just giving technology, I believe it is a lot about the technology. I think we underplay this. It's not about the tech. No, it is. I mean, you have to give people tools, but I think that that quotation, it's really about teachers, and it's about relationship, and it's about connection, and it's about having powerful tools inside of all that to overcome that achievement gap. So anyway, that was one little thing I was like, I don't know if I agree with that exactly.
Right. I tend to agree with you, but part of closing that achievement gap is everyone working together. Starts with the students having the passion to move forward, but also the teachers being able to identify what those are. I think it's very important for each person to see that, as well as for the parents to know that, hey, I want my kid to be able to succeed. What do they need? I realize that's a huge jump for a lot of our parents. However, it's not impossible because a lot of people make it possible. So it takes those people that know where to put their tools, where to put their information, and to be able to leverage that information, as she said. I realize that leverage means to put investment into something into the future. So I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, Techie Turner. One of the tweets that I said is, what do we expect from this leveraging? What do we expect our future to have when we leverage technology? So those are my thoughts on technology. I really do appreciate she did bring up some thoughts. It's like, okay, what do I truly think about specific topics and how things are leveraged. So.
All right. Hey, thanks for letting me put you on the spot.
Thank you.
Yes, you need to follow Techie Turner. Awesome. And and you can subscribe to the AZ to AU podcast with Jenny Ashby. Which I was listening to that driving on I-70 to Keystone, Colorado on Sunday. And yes, you can get lots of good tips
I've got to
Jenny.
correct you. It's AU to AZ
it's AU
podcast
to AZ.
on
I
Podomatic.com.
got to say Z. Okay, well, you need that when you're Googling it, right?
Yes.
So seriously, AU to AZ.
Z means Z.
Or AZ for those of us that aren't from, Australia.
That's right.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, Wes.
See ya. All right. I think we're going to walk. My family is ready to leave. So, hey, we'll just leave the Periscope going for a little bit. And, Rachel, can you hold this for a second? You're done? You want to talk really quick while I get my bag? Tell them what you did today. Tell them about the tall ships.
We went to the tall ships today by the Delaware River, and we saw these ships and the really long lines, and it was just really fun.
Yep, there we go. Okay, well, we're going to walk down the hall now to our poster sessions, and we'll see if we want to put some other camera. Or maybe not. We'll just see. It's fun to play Periscope. That's right. Are you guys advocating for your poster session right now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm live on Periscope. Do you guys want to give us a quick infomercial about what it's about? All right. Who wants to tell us?
I mean, everyone. Well, we're bringing this year 8 projects, and like if you open the flyer, we have training today. We're having a Mesoamerica exposition.
Ustedes son de México, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Ah, ¿de dónde? La ciudad de
Guadalajara.
Guadalajara, okay.
Yes.
From Guadalajara, Mexico. Okay,
And
so today you're talking Mesoamerica?
Mesoamerica.
Table of 10.
Uh-huh.
And each day it's different topics and like chemistry, history.
Teenagers can
Too
be
many
awful.
subjects.
Too many subjects.
And if you want to a
Very
flyer,
good. Best projects for
Check it out.
yes.
Okay.
It's very good.
You should go, really.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
Muchas gracias.
Very good.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was cool. I had heard them talk about I had heard them talk about those projects earlier that they were going to do it for Mexico. So what we're expecting, sorry about the joggling, this is going to look like the Blair Witch Project here for a little bit. So we are expecting lots of poster sessions with lots of kids. Man, this may be too loud. We'll give this a shot and see. Yeah, it probably is. Okay. I think it's going to be crazy. Well, maybe stuff to see rather than there's Julie Lindsay. We should go interview Julie Lindsay. Have you met Julie before? Have you met her? Oh, you got to meet Julie. Okay, I won't put the camera on. Okay. All right, so yes, we're standing right beside the Flat Connections booth with Julie Lindsay, and my wife has never met Julie before, so here's Rachel. All right. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. I think I'm going to actually shut down. So Periscope was fun. ISTE's been great. Keep on following the hashtag ISTE 2015. And if you're not at ISTE, you can follow the hashtag not at ISTE15. So yay! Just posted a new video after the Teach Meet today with one of the organizers, Photobomb, and also with one of the participants. And anyway, we're going to shoot some more video like that. So, well, I don't know. We've got 8 people on. I guess if you guys want to drop, you guys can. But I think we'll see if Julie will let us do a quick interview with her. No, maybe not. Can I do a quick, put you on Periscope while you're doing your spiel?
Absolutely. I
Okay.
haven't tried this Periscope. Hello, everyone. It's Julie Lindsay here. And I'm with Anne Markelson from Norway, actually, and we're talking about global collaboration. So we're just talking generally. I've got some things that I do here. Anne's got the stuff that she's done with her students. And we're just trying to show people that we have... I've just written this for the book that I'm publishing through ISTE called The Global Educator. In fact, you can see more about the book if you go to theglobaleducator.net. The website's just gone up. And I've already placed up there, this is one of the sections of one of the chapters in the book called Norms of Online Global Collaboration. So there's some stuff that I've written there that you can have a look at.
And if you're not following Julie and you do not know her work, then you totally need to, because she is absolutely one of the most inspiring pioneers in global classroom connections, anywhere on the planet. So
follow me at Julie Lindsay, S-A-Y. We're the Scottish Lindsays.
Okay.
And I thought you were going to say if you can't understand her accent.
Oh no, I can understand your accent fine. You can't understand your accent? We just need to listen to more people from other places, so that's okay. That's remediable. All right.
Yeah,
okay. Cool.
Thanks.
All right. So there's Julie. Okay.
We may walk around.
All right. Well. Okay. Well, you guys just explore. Or do we want to stay together? All right. I'm going to shut down. It's been good.